No Cap-tivity. Freezy.
What up? You are officially locked in to No Cap-tivity with Freezy, where we tackle issues that sometimes have us trapped in this thing that we call life. But if you know me, you know my motto. To free yourself, you must heal yourself. Let me hear you say it. To free yourself, you gotta heal yourself. And if you're out with your boy Freezy, please hit the like and subscribe button hard right now. And also comment and share this video. That is if you're out with your boy Freezy. A man gave back 400 years of slavery. 400 years. Sidney Holmes, a Broward County, Florida man that just got exonerated after doing nearly 35 years in prison.
This one here for the thug.
So he got caught up in some trouble way back in 1988 or 89, somewhere around there. And it turns out he was wrongfully accused. Now, I think he was released either today or yesterday, March 14th or March 15th, one of the two. But emotions was high as he was exonerated from doing 400 years in prison. 400 years.
No Cap-tivity.
I got a video pulled up that kind of describes what's going on. So y'all head on over to the No Cap room with your boy and get deeper into this story.
In a Broward County, Florida courtroom, this is the last time Sidney Holmes will wear the prison uniform he's donned for decades, spending 34 years behind bars.
No longer is the wrong man confined to a Florida state prison.
So he did 34 years, well, around 34 years altogether. Let's not skip over that. This man did 34 years in prison, wrongfully convicted. I want y'all to wrap y'all head around that.
He was serving an unheard of 400-year sentence for a 1989 robbery conviction. The original prosecutor wanted no chance.
They gave this man 400 years sentence. That's about how long we was in slavery. Now, we know he wasn't going to live the whole 400 years, but just to know you gave 400 years back is crazy.
And no chance of parole. He has maintained his innocence, and a recent reinvestigation by the state attorney's conviction review unit agreed, finding no evidence linking Holmes to the robbery, and that eyewitnesses likely confused him with someone else.
We had an opportunity.
Hell no. The eyewitnesses confused him with somebody else. Y'all just came to this conclusion after 34 years? If this man don't own the whole damn city, I don't know what to say.
To exonerate a man who's been in prison wrongfully. We had an opportunity to do the right thing today, to right a wrong.
Holmes broke down in tears while in court Monday, embracing Broward County State Attorney Harold Pryor. Outside, family members waiting anxiously.
It's over. It's a long time overdue. We have lost loved ones while he's been incarcerated. His father, his grandparents.
Dang.
And then, dressed in a button-down shirt and blue jeans. The moment Sidney Holmes had been waiting for. Hugging his mother, Mary Holmes, crying, tears of joy.
I just praise God, and I thank everybody who's been so good to make this day possible.
I know this day was going to come sooner or later, and today is the day.
One by one, expressing gratitude to the family members that had stood by his side for years.
Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
Grateful to everyone who never gave up fighting for his freedom.
Anything you'd like to say to community members who've been rallying behind you, waiting for this day?
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
This is what an innocent man looks like. But I know in a lot of y'all eyes that's watching this video, if you didn't know this man's story, just looking at him in his jumpsuit, you would presume that he's guilty of whatever he did and he's a criminal. Well, let's read through the steps on how the courts came to this conclusion and how he got exonerated. Y'all follow me. So this reads, Sidney Holmes, 57 years old, left prison after state prosecutors launched a review of his conviction and the circumstances that led to his arrest and conviction. Prosecutors determined that Holmes had a plausible claim of innocence because of how he became a suspect and because of the precarious eyewitness identification that was the principal evidence against him at trial. Specifically, the review found, according to prosecutors, that eyewitness identification of Holmes was likely likely a misidentification, partly due to the photo and the live lineup practices commonly used by law enforcement at the time. The identification of Holmes was scientifically unreliable and contrary to modern day best practices in several ways. Secondly, a civilian review by the brother of one of the victims concluded that similarities between his extremely common Oldsmobile and the car used by the robbers overlooked differences between the two cars and was likely a misidentification of the vehicle. Thirdly, there was no evidence linking Holmes to the robbery, other than flawed identification of him as a suspect. And lastly, both victims told the CRU reinvestigation they believe Holmes should be released from prison. Sidney Holmes did 34 years in prison as an innocent man. When I hear stories like that, it kind of chokes me up. It gets me emotional because I'm the type of guy I like to put myself in other people's shoes just to try to get some understanding of how they might feel. This man was sitting in a cold cell, isolated from his family, and as you heard on the video, several of his family members passed away during his sentence. Ain't no telling what he went through while he was incarcerated. You can tell there's some damage done to his left eye. I don't know if it's from a fight or what. Could have been from correction officers. I don't know. But sometimes I wonder, why do bad things happen to good people? Now, this picture doesn't describe specifically how he looked when he first went in, but Sidney Holmes was around 23 years old when he got convicted and sentenced to 400 years of slavery in prison. My brother, I salute you and your family, and I pray that the years to come are an enormous blessing to you, my brother. For real, for real. Situations like these, only the Most High can answer. So it's always good to get some words of wisdom. Proverbs 11 chapter 9th verse, "An hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor." And that's exactly what eyewitnesses did when they pointed him out in that fraudulent lineup. But through knowledge shall the just be delivered.
No captivity.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another dope show. And if you feel it on your heart and your soul to contribute to my channel, send it to Cashapp $Freezy1976. And I'll be sure to shout you out. For real, for real. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel, No Captivity with Freezy.
No captivity.
And make sure you hit the notification bell as well, so you can be up on all the latest videos that I post. And like I always say, to free yourself, you must heal yourself. And until the next time, we out of here.
No captivity. Freezy.